Hey there, sugar professionals, and those of you that are thinking about sugaring, welcome to the Sugar Show. I'm your host, Shannon, the Sugar Mama, and today we are going to really talk about how you can boost your sugar business because 2020 has been an interesting year. It has been a challenge for us all, and 2021 is when we take it back. So let's really talk about the top 6 ways that you can boost your sugar business and be sweet and strong in 2021. Number 1, practice, practice, practice. I cannot emphasize that enough. So many students are like, hey, I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that. I am promising you that we were all terrible in our very first classes. When we all took basic cert in the very, very beginning, for me, it was 11, almost 12 years ago. I was the worst student in my class, for real. I promise you, you can ask any of my colleagues. I was the worst, but I practiced and I was determined. And I promise you that if you focus on that sugar ball and really understand the right theory and technique, you too can just make it look easy like the rest of us seasoned pros do. So focus on your sugar ball, practice, practice, and practice some more. Now, if you are maybe have had a crazy year and you're thinking about bringing sugar back in, or maybe you're just not getting your skills right, number 2 is I want you to refresh your skills with your basic certification class. So if you're feeling a little rusty, it's never too late to just get back to basics. For example, I have so many students who are struggling with getting the sugar off. And if they just stop for a second, maybe rewatch one of the basic cert videos and go back and remind yourself, oh, yeah, that's right. I have to lighten my flick. Or, oh, yeah, that's right. I have to drop my wrist and lightly flick in a quick fashion. That will trigger you to be remembering the basic fundamentals. And so your practicing will be a lot more effective and the results will be so much better. So don't forget that it's okay if you're in lockdown or you are just getting your sugar skills back, polishing them off, and you're really realizing that 2021 is going to be your year of sweet sugar. Then what you want to do is go back to basics and work on those foundational skills and make sure that you understand exactly what it is that you're doing so that moving forward, you can provide the most amazing services you possibly can. So, number 3 is going to be a little shameless plug for this podcast. So, I want to remind you that this podcast is not just for me to talk in this little blue microphone, but it really is for me to bring industry leaders to you as it relates to sugar. So, if you go back in this year, you will realize that we have had marketing for sugar pros. We have had finance and tax information for sugar pros. We have talked about working with your sugar company. We've talked about working with your distributor. We've talked about how to keep clean and safe in the treatment room. And really, if you go back into the previous episodes of this podcast, there is so much information, and you can even re-listen, obviously, the magic of podcasts. You can re-listen to those that maybe there's a sugar company on there that you're like, hey, I want to kind of get to know that company a little better. Take a look and search in our podcast and see if we've already talked to that company. And you can really get a hold and a handle on what that owner is all about and what their philosophies are and what their products are like. That is the goal, is to give you as much education as we possibly can on this podcast so that you really have everything at your fingertips. So again, if you are one of the states like mine that's in lockdown, go take the dog for a walk, put that podcast in your ear. Hopefully I have tapped into something for you and you can find a really great episode that will just kind of inspire you for 2021. So subscribe to that Sugar Show podcast, and every Sunday you're going to get a new cool thing to learn. Kind of awesome. Okay. Number 4, become a part of a community. So, for example, we have the Love2Sugar community. That community, I have to say, it really was born a few years ago. And then when we all shut down, we made this giant effort to work with the beauty industry, basically, to make sure that people remember sugar and remember that sugar is available. And it's such a wise choice for your skincare practice and really for your clients' protection. And we have signed up hundreds of new students, and some of them are completely rocking a new sugar business and have pivoted their business in ways that have blown my mind, from the sweet mats that Louise Jackson is doing, from the second location that Tahina Rock is opening up. It's just been an amazing year for sugaring professionals. But what I love most of all is they're coming together in the Love2Sugar community on Facebook, and you all are helping each other. And I cannot thank you enough for keeping the topics on point, really about sugar, about building your business. You're supportive of everyone. And I just want to thank you all that are in that community, because you really have put together your best foot forward, if that makes sense. You really have come together as a community to encourage each other, to help the newbies, and also give some ideas to us old veterans, and it's really, really been a blessing to be a part of. So if you have not already joined the community, I highly, highly recommend you do so. It's free, and you can learn from some of the best educators around. So, as well, when you're in there, you can network with other companies and other sugaring professionals. And basically, we'll get through this together. We're all going to navigate through these tough times together. And I said this when we locked down in 2020 in March, that we got this. And I promised you that. And we are still here for you. So join that community for sure. You will not regret it. So number 5 is the Sugar Tribe membership for advanced education and coaching. Now, the whole goal with the Sugar Tribe is to give you access to myself, my team, to each other, advanced education. If you feel like you've kind of got the mold and flick down and you're ready for more, we have all kinds of classes and master classes. You also have access to the Sugar Network as a part of that membership. And it's really about mastering your skills to boost that business into a lucrative practice. So every month I have a live coaching call with you. You, again, have access to network with other really successful sugaring practitioners and really to be inspired by each other. And it's really a deeper dive and a loving community that it's like a virtual meetup. And we are here to help each other. Because a lot of times, especially if you're in a solo practice, you're in this treatment room, you're by yourself, you're wondering, oh gosh, how can I market myself? How can I do better on Instagram? What can I do for holiday gifts? Whatever your question is, but you don't really want to put it in the Facebook community, we talk about. And then I always demo a new tip and trick. You guys can ask for anything under the sun as far as what it is that you want to see me demo. And we're here for you. And that's what the Sugar Tribe is all about, is working together to take it to like 10 notches above. So check out the Sugar Tribe membership. Of course, that's in Love2Sugar.com. And we have information all over Instagram as well. So if you click the link in the bio, you can go there. And I'm not plugging that for like my own business reasons. I'm really plugging it. And when you get in there, you'll see I'm plugging it for a sense of a safe place that you can really have honest conversations about your business, about your sugar, and feel like you have a group of friends. I have been a part of watching businesses grow in there. We've kind of put each other in the hot seat. We've answered each other's questions in a really direct way. And it really has been beneficial. Search for it, see the Sugar Tribe, and see all that we have had to offer to you in this last year. And I think that you'll see that it really is kind of the next step to get you to the next level. And then number 6, one of the biggest ways that you can start building your business in 2021 that has never existed before is the hub that we have called lovingly the Sugar Network. And it's more than just a Google search. Anyone can search sugaring in their area, right? But what we're doing is we're making sure that anyone that's in the Sugar Network is licensed and certified, and we verify everyone in there. And then the companies that are coming to you, they're actually in the back end, they are providing advanced online education, ways to optimize your business. If you have a listing, it's going to help you with SEO. We've linked up your Instagram. We've linked up your Facebook. It's a way for the public to search you. But if you're on the Sugar Network, it's a way for you to have access to the best of the best in the industry. So I know that I have clients that will say to me, especially living in California now, they're like, I'm getting out of California. I'm moving to Oregon, or I'm moving to Texas. Do you know anyone in, say, the Austin area of Texas or Poughkeepsie or wherever it is that they're moving to? And sure, you could do a Google search, right? But when you search in the Sugar Network, you just pull it up on your phone, search in the Sugar Network, and you can actually find a certified licensed esthetician or cosmetologist in that area. And you can actually search it by sugar company. So you'll be able to say, oh, you know what? I use, say, I don't know, Artistic Pro. I use Artistic Pro. Oh, I see that Sally Jones uses Artistic Pro out in Austin. She uses the same page, pre and post products I know your skin loves. Why don't you try this gal? And she has a lot of really great reviews. But even more than that, you can actually have a camaraderie with that esthetician, because you can reach out to that person. You can let her know that a client is coming. And then because you're a part of the community, we will be doing events and things that you will start to really grow that network. On the back end as well, anyone that is inside the Sugar Network, which will be you, we actually have vendors that are going to be working with you to make sure that you have everything that you need to succeed. So it's more than just a Google public search. Like I said, the goal is to have a hub for our industry where you really have access to everything from online training to latest upcoming training. Coming up next is job listings. We have classifieds coming down the road. So if you're selling a facial table or a sugar warmer, which I don't think any of you are, I think if anything, you're wanting to buy them. But say you're selling a sugar warmer and you're selling maybe a table or a mag lamp, you'll be able to put it on the classified section as well. So it really is going to kind of become like that marketplace for you all to really jump in and find anything that you need. So ladies and gentlemen, this is really about making 2020 sweet, of course, because we love to do the playoff sugar, but it really is about making 2021 and beyond strong. And the ways that you do that are to focus on your skills, to focus on your knowledge, to network with other estheticians and cosmetologists and trainers and vendors that are at your fingertips and you might not have known it before. It is our goal to make sure that any question that you have, either I'm going to answer, my team is going to answer, or the community is going to answer. So if you want to be strong in 2021, it is time, especially as things slow down kind of in the holiday January season. If you're listening to this later and it's going on to 2022, hopefully 2021 was amazing for you. I'm going to predict that it is. It'll be so much better than 2020 was. And if you follow these 6 areas and really hone in on your skills and hone in on your wisdom, your knowledge, honestly, I will tell you that you will be unstoppable. If you have any questions, you can always contact me and my team. Everything is below in the show notes. And from the beginning, I started iSugar University going on 7 years ago. I can't even believe it. I started Love2Sugar almost 2 years ago. This podcast a year and a half ago. Like it's, not for me, right? I have a booming sugar business. I started it because I wanted to pay it forward. And I'm finding all of these amazing sugaring professionals as well, educators, vendors that have pre and post products for you, that have retail products for you. And we are all really coming together and creating this beautiful thing. So I wish you nothing but the best for 2021. I have a couple things coming up in podcasts in the next few weeks that are really pretty cool. So stay tuned for next week's podcast as well. But also go back and take a look at some of the success stories and listen to their journey and see if it resonates with you, and reach out to those folks inside the community and really encourage each other to become the best that you possibly can be. I look forward to seeing you and meeting you all live and in person. My goal is by the end of 2021 to be able to have a live event where we can see everyone. But in the meantime, I love seeing you virtually. I love that you take the time to listen to these podcasts. And again, if you need anything, we're always here for you. Cheers, and I look forward to seeing you and meeting you and hugging you very, very soon.